In this video, we are going to install the BigTalker2 SmartApp in our SmartThings, which is the easiest way to give our smart home a voice. Coming up next. Hi, this is Justin from Simply Smart, where we make smart home technology as easy as 1, 2, 3. And today we are looking at the BigTalker SmartApp. And it says basically, have you ever wanted a talking house? Now you can with the BigTalker SmartApp for SmartThings. And this is all of the documentation here. And I will leave a link to this in the video description. And this is the actual code on GitHub. And I'll also leave a link to this as well. So the first thing we need to do to get this set up is we need to go to accounts.smartthings.com/login and log in with our Samsung account. We're going to go ahead and log in. All right, and now once logged in, we are going to be adding a smart app. So we go to the smart app section at the top, and now you have two different options. Show you the longer way, and then I'll show you the shorter way. So basically, you need to get this code over here into your SmartThings. So on GitHub, you choose on this BigTalker and choose on this groove. You want to basically copy all of this code. The easiest way is just to click raw and hit Control A on your keyboard, and that's going to select all of this code. There's a lot. Someone worked very hard on this. This guy right here, and we copy that. Go back over to your SmartThings. Click the plus sign at the top to add a new smart app. You would do from code. You would paste it in here, and you would click create, and then you would publish this one. But we're going to do it using the GitHub integration, and I'll leave a link at the upper right hand corner here to how to get that done, and also put a link in the description. So it's very easy. Once you have the GitHub integration set up, we're going to go ahead and cancel this. And what you need to do is, once you see these options at the top, you just want to go over to your settings, and you want to add this right here. So you would click down here, add new repository. You would add this username, BigTalker2, and master. And the reason I have the delete option here is because I have nothing actually connected my SmartThings to this repository at the moment. But we're going to fix that in a second. So this, and I will add that to the video description as well. And then once you add that line in, you just click save. And now you can do update from repo, and you would choose BigTalker2 master. And you have the two smart apps here. So these two smart apps are the smart apps that you're seeing over on GitHub right here. So we're going to install these one at a time. So first we need to install the main BigTalker smart app. So we're going to check that. We're going to check on publish, and we're going to click execute update. And you can see that we have one smart app published. And if we go down in our list, you see the speaker here, and you see the BigTalker here and installed, and it's connected to a repository, and it is published. So the second step is to go into update again, go to BigTalker2, and check off the BigTalker child, and hit execute update. . All right, and now you can see that the child has been installed, but it is unpublished. We must leave that unpublished because basically what that is it's creating things inside of this app. So you do not want to publish this. And that is pretty much all we need to do here. So now what we can do is go over to our phone, install this smart app so we can start using it, and I'll run through a quick example. Okay, so we are in our SmartThings app now, and if we go to the automation tab, you can see in our list here, we do not have the BigTalker2 SmartApp installed yet. So what we need to do is go to the very bottom where it says add a smart app and go all the way to the bottom and click my apps. And now you can see BigTalker2 is here, and we tap to configure. And now you have basically two different options. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to set this up as a speech synthesizer. So what that will do is it will allow us to have our Echo devices speak to us using our smart home as the trigger. So as you can see, there's only two options: music player, and it kind of explains both of them here, and speech synthesis. So you must toggle this to be off to have it set up as speech synthesis. All right, and then you just go up to the top and click on the next button. And now we need to complete some of these settings here. So what you want to do is kind of set up your defaults. So I'm going to tap into here, and I'm going to say, as a default, I want to use these devices. And click done. And then you want to choose talk only while in these modes. You can see this is red, so that is required to set this. So I'm going to say I only want it to talk when I am home. So basically I don't want it talking when I'm sleeping at night. And obviously if everyone is gone, we don't need it talking to the dogs. So we're going to go ahead and hit done there. And you can also choose times. So I don't want it to talk before 7 a.m. And I don't want it talking after 8 p.m. Right. And there is another option down here that says allow personality. And what that will do is it will enter a random unique phrase in front of the command that it's talking. So it could say, you know, if you have it set up to let you know what the status of the lock is at the front door, you could say, hey, it'll say, hey, by the way, the front door is unlocked. So that's kind of cool. I leave that typically unchecked as a default, because you can check it off when you set up your automations. We're going to go ahead and hit save. And now you can see that it says BigTalker2 is now installed and automating. So now we will see that in our list. And here it is right here. So now we have that set up. And when you come in here, you can test it just by coming in here. And I'm going to say this is a test. And choose a device. So we're going to choose the Echo Office and click done.
This is a test.
And she just said what I told her to say. So the test is working. So that means you have it set up correctly. Status. So this will kind of just tell you everything that you have set up. If you wanted to change the defaults that we set up previously, you could come in here and change those. And now what you want to do is you want to add an event group. So this is basically an automation. So we're going to click on that. And then I always change the name at the end because depending on what you're doing, you know, it might actually erase that name. So it's just do it at the end. At the top here, you could enable or disable this. So say if you set up something and you had company come and you didn't want it to do all that kind of stuff, you could just come in, disable those things that you didn't want to happen, and that would be done. So down here, you have all these different options. So time, motion, switch, presence, lock, contact mode, thermostat, acceleration, water, smoke, button, smart home monitor, and power meter and routine. So basically, when you choose one of these, it's going to allow you to choose something in that group, and you can set up one event group and have every single one of these categories do something. Or you can, if you want it to stay a little more organized, you can just set up one group per category. So the choice is up to you. So we're going to go down to contact. Click contact, and then it's going to ask you what do you want it to do. I'm going to do contact sensors, and then it's going to give you all of the contact sensors that you can choose from. And then what this will do when you check these off, it's going to give you the status. So right down here, the next line, say this when open. You can see it has a %, device name %, is now, device, can't quite read it, device change with the %. What these % do is you can leave these the way they are, or you can go all the way to the bottom, click on phrase tokens, and it will tell you all of the phrase tokens that you can use. So you can just put in these tokens and it will automatically pull in the device name. Otherwise, you would have to have a separate rule for each, for the back door, the front lock, the garage door, and the kitchen. By using these phrase tokens, what it's going to do is if the back door opens, it's going to say back door is now open. If it closes, it will say back door is now closed. So I only want to know when the door is open. So all I need to do is hit on this X button. That's going to clear out when closed, because I don't want it to tell me when it's closed, because I know it's basically going to close typically after it's opened. So we're going to do that. Here is where you can choose whether you want the personality or not. So remember, our default was not to use the personality. So on the doors, I don't want the personality because I don't want it to say, hey, you know, the garage door is open. I just wanted to say garage door open, just real simple and easy. And then if you wanted it only to have certain devices, you could come into here and you could check off the devices that you wanted to use. But we're just going to use the default devices that we set up earlier. And then you can also talk only while in these modes, which we already set up in the defaults. Don't talk before, after, restricted these days if you wanted only to certain days for it to happen, and disable when a switch is off. So that's pretty much it. So all we have to do is hit the done button here and click this, and we're going to say, we're going to go ahead and hit save. And now you can see under our event groups is door open notifications. So anything that you add in the BigTalker2 SmartApp, so if I were to go in here, you can add another one. Before I deleted this and redid it for you guys, I had one to remind me to take the garbage out, and I had it remind me at 7 o'clock and also at 9 o'clock. So I never forget to take the garbage out on a particular day at a particular time. So you would just choose which day, which time, and you can have it do schedule 1, schedule 2, and schedule 3, all in one motion. You know, you can use any motion sensors that you have to send you notifications. So say if you want to know if motion was in the backyard, You could have it announce, hey, motion in the backyard. So you can have it do pretty much anything that you want. If a switch is turned on, when presence changes, so you could say, when someone comes home, these are all the people that we have iPhones attached to. So, if I come home, we can have an announcement saying, hey, Justin's on his way home. Get ready to welcome him home. There's all kinds of things. Obviously, knowing the status of your locks is important. Modes, obviously, is exactly what it says. Home, away, and night. It'll have all of your modes listed here, and it can send you notifications if they change. Same thing with acceleration sensors and water and smoke. Smart home monitors on here as well. And you can say, when it's armed, when it's armed in away mode and home mode and disarmed. So we can actually, let's go ahead and just save this real quick. That's already done. Save that. And now we have 2 here. So that is pretty much all you need to do to get that installed. Just have to install those 2 smart apps, the main smart app and the child, and they will work together and effortlessly give your smart home the ability to talk. Now, obviously, to get your Echo devices into SmartThings and allow them to be a device that can be chosen in BigTalker2, you need to set up the Echo Speaks. I'll also leave a card at the top of the screen here and a link in the description on how to get that set up. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, I hope you found that video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.